EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Uptown Charlotte at rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Today we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store. As it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Carolina Panthers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At their own 26-yard line.
Bronco 80. Ready.
They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You look at this Raiders defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
Liking 18.
Here's a 2nd and 7. There's a short throw. It's caught by Komet. They'll give him 4 yards there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready, right?
They'll drop the throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Still shedding tackles. Touchdown, Carolina. Cole Komet, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And some strong running at the 20. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Looking to put a drive together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught. It's Dante Thornton. Now inside the 25. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Dante Thornton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
70,
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Eric Stokes in on the tackle. The Panthers at 7-1 now on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 9.
Ready.
They'll set up to throw. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. Down the left sideline. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense overcommitting. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
Let's go. Go.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Panther 60. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Carolina defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And you see the starting unit here, but really, you're going to see a lot of different personnel, a lot of different packages as they rotate in and out throughout the game.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 7. Looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. The run straight ahead with Jeanty. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
The pass. Complete to number 84. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Now the first carry here for the running back. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Out of the gun now on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 26. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They go play action here on first down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Second and 10. Now back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Las Vegas.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Genty. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Genty trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. "7-7", our score after 1. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Genty. And he's over the line, and in for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Jeanty, that's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Back to throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Ready?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready up.
They're going to look to throw. They'll find McMillan here. He's going to have the first down and then some. Still going. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
No surprise he was targeted on that play because you and I both know quarterbacks like guys who can catch the ball, but they actually expect that. They love the guys who do something with it after the catch.
Impressive making him miss on that tackle attempt. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
18.
2nd and 6. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Okay, ready?
Here's 3rd and 6.
Come on. Set. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready?
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. But Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
2nd and 6.
Here we go, set.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go again here with Hubbard. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Ready. Cowboy 80.
Now a run with Hubbard. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard, 29 yards. And the Panthers have regained the lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Raiders 14.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
first down. It's Genty. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. He finds his man complete. It's Wagner. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be second and a couple.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
2nd and 2. Completes this one to Thornton. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 11.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A give out of the gun to Genty. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll look to throw here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 4. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Back to throw again. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
At the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
77.
They'll look to throw again. And it's a fumble. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 6. They'll go again with Genty. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force the incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Here we go. Here we go. 19, Tiger.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
60 by 6, 60 by 6.
They'll set up a throw. Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Ready.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
4th down and 1.
They'll run for it. It's Hubbard. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
2nd down and 8.
Here we go. Strike. Go.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Looking to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Sanders. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
The 12-yard line.
Ready, break. Let's go now.
They'll look to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Ready. Panther 60. Panthers. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. Touchdown! An 11-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the 2nd half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Sanders now to have the extra point. And that one gives him a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Panthers 24, Raiders 21.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out, and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Thornton, the motion man right. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Working downfield, he's got Thornton. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Raiders.
A run out of the gun with Jinty. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on rips like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 8. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he's got Thornton. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That one out wide and intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Mustang 19. Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready to run.
2nd and 13. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They're going to look to throw. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
It's fourth down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now back to throw. Throw right side looked in here by Besh. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a handoff to Genty. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fielded at the 20. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
At their own 32-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen. Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up.
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. 106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Right back to Hubbard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Let's go now.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kamal.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. A very solid gain of 27.
Okay, ready.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Let's go. Hut, hut.
On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
At the 16-yard line.
Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Cougar 19. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Sanders on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Panthers 31, Raiders 21.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line, that's where they'll take over.
The 43-yard line.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Tag. Bronco 80. Go.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 132 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
17-yard line.
Viking 18. 19 Lions. Ready.
On the give, this is Hubbard. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Come on, come on.
A give running right, it's Hubbard. Able to fight through one tackle. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. And now it's blocked. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. This is 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Genty. Across midfield. And he gets this one down to the 24. The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 53 yards. And the Las Vegas.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here comes 2nd down.
16-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. Got his man. It's Thornton. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing
They
to,
had to,
having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready, ready.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only